It's not all. So we haven't even gotten to the really bad stuff. I don't know if we ever will in this list of 25. There's some bad things that can occur from saying having a bad B6 or pyridoxine deficiency, having a really bad serine deficiency. But that'll be for another day. So um, the probably the number one reason, the fourth most common I see people, but number one reason I see men for is low testosterone, and they don't know why. The first thing you should ask when your husband's told, "You have low testosterone, Bob." Well, Bob goes, "Well, what are you going to do about it?" And they're like, "Well, I'll treat you." That's the wrong answer. It should be, "We'll try and figure out why you have low testosterone." The why is the question.
Yeah.
Why? Bob should say, "Why?" What your husband should say, "Why?" And you should say, "Why?" Why do you have low testosterone? So if you don't know, if they don't know, find another doctor who will tell you. Someone should be able to tell you, well, yeah, it's these vitamin deficiencies, or he's damaged his pituitary, or that left testicle that ran over in that tractor accident. That's probably the problem. You'll figure it out. So don't you laughed at the tractor accident?
No,
It was horrible.
You just have some great stories. That's all I'll say.
I grew up in Oklahoma on a farm.
We know.
Leave me alone.
What would you say is the most surprising thing you've learned over the years using this testing and doing
Fibromyalgia.
That's a big one for you.
Yeah, fibromyalgia. You always see, not always, but usually see a intracellular copper deficiency. Well, that copper is somewhere. If it's not inside your cells, it's somewhere else causing problems.
Yeah.
Copper can be really bad when it's not in the right place. It's naughty. It'll cause migraines. It'll cause headaches. It'll cause shoulders, neck stiffness, upper back, skin sensitivity. It causes fibromyalgia, trigger points, center points. Go to that Facebook. Oh, I can't say that on here. TikTok gets mad. There's a page on something called anyway. Yeah, in fibromyalgia with natural options. There's over 6,000 people on there now who've gotten a lot better. You can download the low copper diet if you think you have fibromyalgia. You know what? You'll know in about 4 to 6 weeks if it's a copper problem.
Yeah.
Just follow that diet.
Just test it out.
Free way to check it. You'll know. You'll be like, oh, okay, I'm 80% better. This is weird. Yeah.
So how does testing intracellular levels help you determine that you have copper issues or fibromyalgia?
Well, so molybdenum, glutathione, boron, copper levels, B12, folate.
All those.
Consistently, most of those, every single patient.
Gotcha.
Especially molybdenum and boron. No one magically takes molybdenum and boron.
No.
Nor do you eat foods high in it. But lack of molybdenum and boron affects ceruloplasmin function. That's what moves copper around in your body. So I'm waiting for my call from Stockholm on the Nobel Prize. People tell me they submitted my name. I don't think they did. I think they're lying.
Yeah. Well, and I think the biggest thing people get confused with copper is we're not saying cut it out completely. We're saying find the right pathway for it to get absorbed properly.
You only need minute amounts.
Yeah.
Not tons of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But people, they are overloaded. They have it in their avocados, their shellfish.
Green smoothies.
All those
their
popular
nuts, their
foods.
peanut butters, their dark chocolate, everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, poison for people with those
Yeah.
problems. And there's a set of genetic SNPs that cause all that.
Yep, they're all connected.
So, okay.
What about the most tragic diagnosis?
PCOS, by far.
Yeah.
That,
It's a big one.
Yeah, well, premature ovarian insufficiency, more appropriately, I guess even worse, or failure. I get women in their 20s and 30s with no ovarian function. They're like, yeah, they told me I was going through early menopause. Early menopause? You're kidding me?
Yeah.
No, you've got vitamin deficiencies. Remember, good nutrition in, same as with men, their testicles, good nutrition equals good hormones out. And they'll say I'm exhausted all the time, and my ovaries don't work. I'm like, are you exhausted because your ovaries don't work? Or did that cause why your ovaries don't work? And they're like, I think I had it first. I'm like, yeah. So you're exhausted first. Well, that's it. We caught up. That's 14.
Yeah, all the new points now. Let's hear those.
Well, that's going to be up to you. So here we are with number 15. You get to go. So we reviewed all those. I'm going to say this now. Number 15 is about thyroid hypothyroidism. And I'll share with you the deficiencies that you can see with this. So when you're hypothyroid, if it's not antibody related like Hashimoto's, the first question you should ask is, why am I low in thyroid production? Because your thyroid's low, your FT3's low, your FT4's low, you're all low when you put you on thyroid. Well, again, the first question out of your mouth should be why. Not why are you putting me on it, but why am I low? Because is it a zinc? Is it a selenium? Is it a B12 deficiency? Is it an iodine deficiency? Which is it? There's a number of things that can cause deficiencies in thyroid hormone production. I saw a guy today who had selenium and iodine deficiency, thought he was hypothyroid. I'm like, yeah, you probably are hypothyroid. And this has been going on a long time. These are probably genetic, because like my mom, my grandma, my dad had it. Everyone's had it. I'm like, yeah, because you're all have these genetic SNPs that cause these deficiencies. He got it right away, smart guy. And so you got to figure out what the causes of the hypothyroidism. I call it pseudo-hypothyroidism until it's found out. So a lot of patients are running around with low thyroid production and can't figure it out. Is that right, Jared?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we see it all the time. Don't we?
All day, every day.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what, doctors, because it takes 2 minutes, well, 3 probably, but to write that prescription, put you on thyroid. When in reality, what someone should do is figure out why you have low thyroid, not just jump and put you on a prescription for it. They have to take the rest of your life. Better to find out why and treat it. So, well, again, selenium, iodine, zinc are the biggies.
Yeah,
So,
totally. I know another common one you see is type 2 diabetes, right?
it's big. Same thing. You do the same thing as with thyroid. Why are they insulin resistant? Why is their insulin receptor not functioning? You have hundreds of insulin receptors all over your cells.
Yeah.
And if you're missing zinc, here we go again, selenium, chromium, which is the biggie, B12 definitely affects insulin receptor function. The omega-3s, you're missing any of those and a few others, your insulin receptor is not going to work. And so you become insulin resistant. And if you can go to a doctor who'll go, you have a zinc deficiency. We found it on this testing. And she'll say there's zinc and B12. We're going to give you all that and treat these. And let's watch your hemoglobin A1C drop back to normal.
That's awesome.
That's what you want to do. I don't care if it's been 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, or 1 year, or you're pre-diabetic right now, worried about it. You can figure it out if you can figure out what's affecting your insulin receptor function.
Yeah.
It may be antibodies. So Hashimoto's or thyroglobulin antibodies, TPO antibodies, thyroid peroxidase antibodies. You don't know. So until they've either done antibody testing or they've done the intracellular work.
You got to dig deep.
Yeah.
Ulcerative colitis. That's another biggie that you...
No promises on that one.
Yeah.
I have 9 patients I've treated for it. I don't know why they've gotten better, but they have gotten dramatically better. Strictly anecdotal. But they all have bad MTHFR, every single one of them, which I found surprising. I didn't realize that. Also, I have some tox problem, because if they put our glutathione on their abdomen or take lots of it orally, that seems to help. And the first one I got better tells me all this. You got to deal with their vitamin deficiencies, all of them. You also got to get them on the right kind of probiotic. Glutathione has some big piece to play in Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. So I'm not sure what it is, but it does seem to work.
Yeah.
It does seem to help it.
Real quick, while we're here talking about glutathione, again, for those on TikTok, the glutathione's available in the TikTok shop. Otherwise, everyone else, physiciandesign.com. It's a great place to get it. Jump on and get your... This one's not the mango peach flavoring, but it's the same as far as glutathione. It's the same.
Yeah. Yeah, but get the mango peach. Yeah. How much of this do we have left? None?
No, those ones are gone.
Yeah, we're out of mint burst.
Well, you can't have these. These are mine.
Yeah, I don't even know. I didn't know you had that bottle.
Stop. Don't even look at them. They're mine. Don't touch them. We're touching it.
You kind of already talked about this one, but PCOS, that's...
Yeah, PCOS is interesting. Again, 200 plus PCOS cases in the last couple of years all have bad MTHFR. I don't know why that has anything to do with anything with these patients. But you deal with their vitamin deficiencies. You need to look at some of their genetics, mainly ATG1601 and some of those. do that Pro 7 if you have PCOS. Get a vitamin panel. You got to take a lot of natural progesterone. There's a combination of things you can do that dramatically improve insulin receptor function, bring down your testosterone levels, improve your thyroid functionality, and get rid of your hot flashes, night sweats, weird PMS symptoms.
Well, I think your statement of good nutrition in equals good hormones out. That's like the crux with PCOS.
It kind of is,
Yeah.
but I haven't figured it all out
Yeah.
yet. I'm trying. I'm close, but I don't know. There's
big
a missing
piece, though.
piece somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe Jared can figure that one out.
Yeah.
Go at it, Jared. Dig in, man.
Yep.
So,
That's what's really fun is you're always continually researching and looking at new
This is
treatments.
enlightening. This stuff
Mhm.
is cool. We're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we did it at the university down there, and I thought it was cool. There, though, I did tease the U.S. Assistant Surgeon General I was working with. I'm like, "What are you, a naturopath or a real MD?" He's just like, "No, but you're a dork," kind of teased me back.
Yeah.
Like, you'll learn. You're kind of dumb right now, but you'll learn.
You look
So,
like
yeah.
you're at a party with that
He's
cup.
right. Yeah, sorry.
um,
Strictly water, or my voice gets hoarse
no, it's water.
when the heater comes on.
But another connection to PCOS, kind of with women, endometriosis is another thing that can be helped.
Same PCOS. Like PCOS, there's bad MTHFR issues. I don't know why. If you don't believe me, you have endometriosis, go check it out. Also, lots of natural progesterone really helps. Our Ceramax, our sod products really help with the inflammation, the pelvic pain. That way you don't have to take anything harmful
Yeah.
to get better. Some women have it so severely they have to take literally 15 or 20 of the progesterone RDTs we have
A lot.
that our compounding pharmacies make for us. Rapid dissolved tritium is state-of-the-art progesterone, way to take progesterone sublingually or orally. RDTs are primo. You take RDTs.
Yep.
Capsules and troches. No,
I'm never taking that.
Yeah, no, it's good. 70% the value of a
Yeah.
quality of a RDT. RDT is state-of-the-art.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have women with severe endometriosis. 1 in 200 women should have severe endometriosis. So I had 2,500 women on natural progesterone. Can you believe that's a big number?
It's
And
crazy.
I have 11 women. Almost fits perfectly. If I had 12, it'd be perfect. 11 women who take 15 to 20 RDTs at night. The rest take 1 or 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like your mom took 4 or 5, but she kind of was bad too.
Yeah.
But 15 to 20 RDTs, 200 milligram RDTs a night,
That's-
and they feel normal. They can run, they can work out,
Yeah.
they get happy, they have babies, their life's normal. It will not, contrary to popular belief, you can still ovulate.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful when you're on them. Just because you're not having a period with really high doses doesn't mean you can't get pregnant.
It's true. It's a good
So,
warning.
but it reduces your risk for breast cancer. 500%. American
I
College
know.
of Epidemiology study, 1981.
Yeah.
And you can find that. And it reduces all cancer risk 1,000%. Same study. That was a huge review of backward data from the 30s on.
Mm-hmm.
1981. They looked at 50 years of studies
It's crazy.
on natural progesterone. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, synthetic. 250% increased risk of breast cancer. Nightmares.
It's just scary.
Clots, strokes, heart attacks. Progesterone doesn't cause any of that.
Yeah.
Ever, and does not cause breast cancer in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So we give it to patients with breast cancer all the time, even though they're PR positive.
Mm-hmm.
Does not cause breast cancer. Just because they have receptors for it, that means it'll kill those cells more readily. Causes apoptosis. You can go to PubMed, look, progesterone apoptosis, you'll see, I can't remember, 12,000 articles come up, I think. It's a lot.
Yeah. There's a lot of connections.
Okay.
Kind of going back, you mentioned infertility and like pregnancy. I know that's a big thing. A lot of people come in to see you is because they are suffering from infertility. And
I call them my IVF failures. Women who've gone through, couples who've gone through the whole process. It's 12,500, I think here, 12,500 for. It's pretty cheap, one of the cheaper states.
Yeah.
This is Utah, so that's why I'm cheap. But I'm even free tonight, the winter. I'm cheap and free.
and right now,
That's
all the
bad.
information you're giving.
Yeah, but they should have done this test first because they're like, yeah, we sold our house, we sold our dog, we sold our truck, we're trying to sell my husband, but it hasn't worked so far. We've done the IVF 3 times. Yeah, you live in Vegas is 20. Over in Nevada, 15 to 20. California, 25 to 50.
Yeah, I've heard like 36.
Oh man, that's
It's-
brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah, do this first because when those fail and you've done it 4 times,
you're gonna come
you
back.
wish you'd done this.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had so many patients come and go, I'm going to do this, or I heard you talk, I'm going to do this first. They get pregnant. Yeah, because it corrects, and you may want to check your husband too.
Yeah, that's
if it's
what I was gonna
testosterone, if his sperm aren't active enough, you can figure it out.
Because it's men and women, but would you say mostly women?
Mostly
you see?
women.
Yeah,
But if it doesn't work, get the man. It's still
Yeah,
cheaper
totally.
than doing even 1 round of IVF.
Yeah,
Yeah, 8% of the cheapest cost. And that's here in Utah.
yeah.
So, for 2 of you to do it.
Sticking with the women and pregnancy, postpartum depression. That's something you see.
Those are women that should have probably been on a methylated prenatal, like Garden of Lies, like Prenatal Pro from Designs for Health. One of those. They're usually blonde hair, blue eye. They come in. They've been in the unit up at University of Utah, which is hideous. It's a psych lockdown unit for postpartum depression because they're afraid they'll cause themselves harm or the baby harm. And I get a lot of physician husbands who've heard about me, bring them in here. And it's usually just horrible vitamin deficiencies. B12, folate. These are women with MTHFR and other issues.
Yeah.
Hypertension in pregnancy. Look at the articles on PubMed about hypertension in pregnancy and MTHFR, or hypertension in pregnancy and B12 or folate or whatever. Tons, thousands of articles
Yeah.
on it. I think it causes that.
Is that one condition? What's that? Like,
Yeah.
What's it called?
Preeclampsia?
Preeclampsia.
Preeclampsia
Do you
and
think that's
eclampsia.
connected to MTHFR?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know it for sure.
But, yeah.
Anecdotal, just my
Theory.
opinion, my theory, and my humble opinion. I think it's definitely connected.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, and I know more probably about MTHFR than
A lot of
anyone
people.
on the planet. Yeah. Got treated tens of thousands of people with it over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we now?
22.
Oh, insomnia.
Insomnia.
Yeah, guess what? That could be a tryptophan deficiency or all your vitamin deficiencies combined. But tryptophan deficiency, you can go to Google Images and search this tryptophan, serotonin, melatonin pathway. You can't make serotonin or melatonin. So you get depressed and you have insomnia with a tryptophan deficiency.
I've never even really heard of tryptophan a lot.
Yeah, I see it a lot. I see it look at a lot of
is
tryptophan
that it?
deficiencies, and they go and they can't sleep. They feel horrible.
Yeah.
So tryptophan can really help that.
And is that on the regular or is that a redox antioxidant one?
It's on the regular.
Okay, cool. I was just curious.
Yeah, it's on the CMA part.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Another massive one. We hear this and when-
every day.
This is when I was going through all of you guys. Thank you for sending all your emails.
Yeah, thank you for all of you. And we're gonna
announce. The
we're gonna
winner.
announce a winner, but
Yeah.
we're gonna give you the ones that didn't win a significant discount if they want to get the further testing done. Just because your questions were great, we cried over some of them. It really got down to
Yeah.
3, and we really had a hard time.
And I'll say I read through every single one. We read through every single one, and I would say 70% were like brain fog. Brain fog was everyone has this. It's crazy.
Brain fog,
Yeah.
in my experience. So hang on, POTS also caused by iron deficiency. Also bad brain fog with CoQ10, not POTS, CoQ10, but bad brain fog with iron and CoQ10. Those are the baddies.
Yeah.
They cause horrible brain fog. So my CoQ10 deficiency, so I was taking 20 of those megaquinols a day. I take 8 in the morning, 4 at lunch, 4 before I drove home, and 4 when I got home. 20 a day. And the way I could tell is my brain fog would come roaring back. I'd be like, I'm doing good, 11:30. Oh, I'm doing bad. 2 minutes later, because my brain fog just hit me like a dust cloud on my
Wave.
forehead. Yeah, it's like, whoa, where are we? What are we doing? I'm confused. So, yeah. So I took 20 for about 3 weeks. I had a severe deficiency, and that's when you peg it on these lists. When it comes out 140, that's as bad as it gets. Who knows? That's awful. It's like,
Yeah.
how are you alive? Yeah, with that one. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, while we're on CoQ10, I know we have a version of CoQ10 in our brain support product. You have a bottle of it right there.
Yeah, I do.
Again, for our TikTok shop, the people on TikTok, that product right there is.
But you
available.
might need extra
Shut up.
CoQ10 beyond. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, TikTokers. There's so many cameras here.
Yeah.
That's from New York Times. That camera. Wow, that's cool. Fox News. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. A version of CoQ10 called ubiquinone is in this product. Ubiquinol is another excellent version.
That's the only one I'll use externally. But this was validated by Mitsubishi of Japan in their studies with ubiquinone.
Yep.
So you got to use it 200 milligrams of ubiquinone per dose.
Yeah.
So when I get really brain foggy, I'll take 3 or 4 of these. So and I usually take 2 a day anyway. That's maintenance.
But you up it up a
and
little.
some days, because my old brain gets working, come on like 103. So really 103, I need 7 of those.
You're looking pretty good for
Oh,
103.
I'm getting it.
And one more thing, you've talked a lot about brain fog, and specifically with glutathione in the past. But just with everything we're talking about, is glutathione also something you would suggest here?
Oh yeah. Weirdly enough, the first thing most people notice when they take the VARs, glutathione, is mental clarity. Usually within minutes. It's really weird because I never saw that one coming. But I did it too when I first took them. And I was the first one to take it. And I had a glutathione deficiency on SpectraCell. I'm like, okay, wow, mental clarity is I felt like it's cold. I described it as cold blue water running through my brain. Really weird feeling. So I knew we had a winner then too that we'd finally figured out. Glutathione for probably 40 years, 50 years, has been the unsolved super math equation that no one could figure out. You know, some kid from Hungary's 14 years old finally or 17 or whatever figures out this math problem that no one's been able to figure out for 300 years. He wins a scholarship to Harvard and all that, and great things happen, and he comes out a math professor. Anyway, yeah, glutathione was that problem. I'm waiting to hear from Nobel Prize on that one too. Stockholm, call me Stockholm.
So funny.
Glutathione, we're the first to ever getting a patent on it in 50 years because ours works. And we have patents here, Australia, Japan, all over, Canada, all over. So, okay, memory loss, brain support.
Yeah.
They'll have that test for PQQ, lithium. Those are 2 big intracellular levels in CoQ10, which cause memory problems. What else causes a memory problem, by the way? Do you know? 32,000 articles on PubMed about it in memory.
I don't know. Oh.
Biotin.
Oh, really?
Biotin.
Fascinating.
Go to PubMed, look.
That's a new one
Go
for
to
me.
the right PubMed and actually show 30. Go to the wrong PubMed, it'll show 800. But you go to the right PubMed, there's 32,000.
Is it because it helps with circulation in your brain?
I don't know.
And that's why it
Connective
helps
tissue
grow
in
your
the
hair?
brain. I don't know. I don't know why there's so much research on
That is
biotin.
wild.
Biotin and memory.
That's a new one.
Biotin, yeah, it is a new one. We could add it to the list. Biotin, PQQ, which is pyrroloquinoline, which is in our brain support. Tons of research on that. Lithium and CoQ10. 4 biggies.
I thought it was going to be magnesium or something. I don't know why.
No, that just makes you poop better.
Oh,
I
that
don't
does.
like
it does.
I don't know if I can say poop on TikTok.
You can.
You just did twice.
We've been banned. We'll be banned. Oh my gosh. Ain't that straight getting banned? So, okay. So, are there any questions?
Kind of.
Oh, kind of?
Yeah. I think I have another idea for another
Oh,
video.
number 25, by the way, was QOL, quality of life. You have no deficiencies, which I've had once. I keep getting beat up by life and having more deficiencies every time.
You've had no deficiencies at one point?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was
That
down to
shocks me.
4 borderlines.
Okay.
And I had taken care of them for 8 weeks. So. And then I had stem cells. That was a big problem in my knee.
Yeah.
Those are like cancer, but good cancer, magic good cancer in your knee. But you feel them in there bubbling and doing their job, moving around like little worms. It's kind of weird.
Freaks me
Mine
out.
bubbled a lot. I could hear them in there like Rice Krispie treats, so crackling. So anyway, yeah. So
That's terrifying.
it was. Try sleeping with that going on in your leg. it eats up a lot of vitamins, a lot of nutrients,
Yeah.
as does its job.
It's trying to heal.
Stem cells are very bioactive. Yeah, so suddenly that's when I had those 14.
Yeah, I remember.
I had 16 the first time, then I beat it down to 4 borderline, and then I suddenly had 14 severe deficiencies 8 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. Yeah, quality of life is the biggest thing. That's what everyone's searching for on here. Feeling normal.
Mm-hmm.
Get your vitamin deficiencies fixed, or come really close to it. You'll feel normal.
It's true.
Sometimes better than you felt in 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
That's the whole goal. And it's just vitamins. It's not magic,
Mm-hmm.
but it does seem like magic. Okay, go ahead.
Questions. This is not a 23andMe. This isn't genetic testing. This is a blood serum, or not a serum test, but it's blood test for vitamins and minerals. So it's not something you can link with 23andMe. It's its own thing. People were asking that in the comments, so I just want to clarify.
Oh, the CMA?
Yeah.
We can test for genetics with it.
Yeah. I
think-
think that's true.
Wasn't it on a big show? Wasn't it on Joe Rogan's show? Well, I don't know. It wasn't this. But no one's doing this. I don't know why.
I think they do have like a methylation.
Yeah,
They-
MTHFR methylation.
Yeah, if you're talking about Gary Brecka, some people have been mentioning him in the comments here too. They enjoy listening to you more, which is interesting.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to break down that. We're going to unpack that interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he thinks a lot like I do, but you can go a lot deeper than I do. But there's some things I just wanted to correct. So yeah.
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 No, that's excellent. I know their base thing is only on genetic testing, and then looking at deficiencies around that, which is one step of what you do. And so they do look at some like mineral levels and some things, but I don't know if they do intracellular deficiency testing.
And the other big problem they have is when they find a glutathione deficiency, how are they going to treat it? Really with some off Amazon? I mean, what are they going to use? Yeah. I mean, they don't have anything validated, so that's a big problem. We're the only validated one out there.
Yeah.
And validation is the big secret for glutathione because no one's ever validated one before. We're the first to validate and the only one. So,
I think another question we get a lot is like neuropathy, which you usually touch on. But don't you think that intracellular testing can kind of help
It's the way.
pinpoint some things?
you want to figure it out.
Yeah.
The problem you get is someone who's gone completely numb. They had to go on a journey to get there, and it's a hard journey
Yeah.
because they get the burning, the tingling goes on for months and years. Finally, the nerves just give up
Yeah.
and kind of go silent. Guess what? When you treat that, they get drugged through the keyhole backwards. They're like, I'm burning and buzzy and have horrible pain again. I'm like, hang in there. I'll be 2 or 3 weeks. Should go away. They're like, it's been 3 weeks. I'm dying. I'm like, can you hang in there a few more weeks? They're like, no, I quit. I want to go back to being numb. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's your choice.
Takes
But
time to
a lot of
rebuild.
people will just hang in there. Also, post chemotherapy, a SIPA, it's called chemotherapy-induced peripheral neuropathy. We can get rid of it almost every time.
Yeah.
So
It's amazing.
magic. It's just vitamin deficiencies.
What about osteoporosis? Can you detect that with this intracellular testing?
Well, yeah, you can't detect it, but you can tell what vitamin deficiencies are causing it. You need to get my book on osteoporosis because this is how you treat it properly, not with bisphosphonates and all the other 75% side effect medications they give. 75% side effect in bisphosphonates are horrible. I just don't like them. So, yeah, and once those side effects occur, you can't undo them.
Yeah.
So they're permanent. So stopping the drug won't help. Won't help uncrystallize your jaw, fracture your jaw that you'll never be able to use again. Won't heal those holes in the roof of your mouth or under your tongue. Yeah, they're horrible. They're awesome.
Sad.
They're awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and interesting too, because I've been going through those vitamins today and just reading the book over the last little while. There's a lot of the different minerals and vitamins that help with bone regrowth and
Yeah, exactly.
regeneration.
Yeah.
So it's not just one of them. It's not just like purely your calcium. Like
Or
every single one.
D3, calcium, boron, molybdenum, zinc
Exactly.
is big, magnesium is big,
Yeah. So
B12 is critical.
yeah, if any one of those are off, that can definitely throw you down a bad
Yeah.
pathway. So that's why you need to get that.
Yeah,
Figure
and
out
so-
which one specifically is the one that's causing you problems.
Yeah, you'll know more. Yeah, and you got to use bioidentical
Mm-hmm.
hormone replacement therapy, BHRT, because it pushes the. And we've done a Facebook Live about this more than once, but it pushes the minerals back into the bone
Yeah.
because it makes the bone hard again. It takes about a
Exactly.
year and a half if you're quite osteoporotic
Mhm.
to get back to normal.
Yeah, but you can do it without having to take any of those other
Yeah,
medications.
you can definitely do it. And guess what? You feel better and healthier too.
Yeah.
Heart benefits, everything else. Plus, you're not tired all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Frail. You get robust again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's a good way to say it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Jared.
Yeah.
That was Jared, super medical student, awesome, 4.0, all that. Almost. Sometimes. In med school.
That's so funny. I feel like we're getting a lot of comments on POTS.
Yeah.
Oh, on POTS.
So POTS, anecdotal, probably 20 cases I've seen of POTS now and done this testing on. Oddly enough, they all have iron deficiencies. And all of them have been tested for iron before. It just doesn't show up. I'm telling you, this test is more sensitive for iron deficiencies. It can detect that kind of stuff days, weeks, months before they show up in serum levels. And so they're lightheaded, wobbly, all that, blood pressure all over the place. Yeah, POTS isn't magical. It's just an iron deficiency. So you can even try, get them on a good iron if they have POTS, or you can get this testing and find out for sure. You'll find out I just see it every time. It's weird. And all the other deficiencies you got to take care of. So I don't like these new fad diagnoses that don't have a known cause. That's bizarre to me. Really, you're calling iron deficiency POTS now. That's great. That's crazy. And all the problems, it's incurable and blah, blah, blah. That's a bunch of BS. So, sorry, in my humble opinion. I don't want my license pulled. I'm sure there are POTS cases I can't touch, cure, fix, or know anything about. So, because I'm really dumb and I don't know anything.
No, well, it's just that though, that there's so many like scientific professionals, so many doctors that have really no idea to ever look at intracellular.
No, they just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who worked with the U.S. Remember U.S. Surgeon General from Harvard, NIH, Walter Reed, all that. He that was his secret little complaint when no one was listening other than me. I don't even know if I was listening. He's just like, why don't doctors all do this? What are they thinking? Every doctor should do this test on everyone. First year, I do it every year to see where they're at.
Yeah, it's part of the general labs.
And instead we don't even do it. It's a joke.
It's not even a known option to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's much more accurate than serum levels. Serum levels are a joke compared to this. Yeah, maybe D3, I want to see where that is. But even that, the toxicity level is so far off. That article that came out where it used to be 250 in the 70s and on back, and now it's 104. Really? That's weird. Who dropped it? No one knows. Or why they dropped it. I don't see people getting toxic at 104 or 150 or 200. So I bring them down anyway because litigation.
Yeah.
I've never been sued. Knock on wood. I got a lot of wood up there. But yeah.
Well, I think too, we've talked about this years ago, but when they're doing those blood tests, their serum levels, the results that they're showing you, the range it should be in, they're averaging what the vast majority of people.
Yeah, they take
have.
the last 1,000 people have
Yeah.
gotten that particular lab, and then they give the 80% middle.
Yeah, the average.
Yeah, they throw out the top 10 and the bottom
Yeah.
10 is really so someone that comes in like that guy I saw in St. Louis with the high testosterone, 85-year-old with a 1250, not on anything. You know what he told me? I said, he said they've MRI'd me, they CAT scanned me, they ultrasounded me. I'm like, yeah, your level's really good. Because I've seen guys in their 60s and 70s approaching that level, not on anything. And he said, yeah, but they want to remove one of my testicles because it's too high. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'd remove your doctor instead. I was shocked at that
Yeah.
whole conversation. So, yeah, it's crazy. So that's what they do when you're too high. I wondered.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what do they do when it's too high? Yeah, I mean, I get University of Utah, BYU, 6'8" lineman in here with 1400s. Really, that's too high. They should move a testicle, I think. Well, no, I'm just joking, but yeah.
No, but it's so fascinating.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
dig
that
a little
range is
deeper.
BS.
You know, that's what
Yeah.
we do.
Used to be on the American College of Endocrinology website, ACE website. The range was 800 nanograms per deciliter and above was normal. And 600 to 800 or 799 was moderate, a moderate deficiency. A mild deficiency mild deficiency. Below 600, 599 to 400 was moderate, and anything below 400 was a severe deficiency. Now, a lot of guys are normal. They're like, yeah, my level is 230, but I feel horrible. I'm like, good God, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
normal at all.
Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, you're at 230, you're nearly dead. So you feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly, I see a lot of
150.
patients not even get treated with it that low.
Yeah,
They don't do
yeah,
anything
you're
for
seeing
them.
the same thing. And you can't say anything because you're in medical school, going to be in residency for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just got to keep your mouth.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep. Doing it now.
yeah, play the game.
Shifting gears a little bit, we've had a couple questions come in talking about ADHD and what vitamin deficiencies you may see
A
with
ton of them. A lot of variety. B12, folate, lithium, inositol, stuff like that. If you're like testosterone's all, you have ADHD. Too, if you're a man or a woman.
Yeah.
Or a boy or a girl.
So do you see their symptoms improve with correcting those?
Yeah, a lot.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I get, a good option, because some of this testing isn't for little kids, like below 9, I'd say. Even
Yeah.
below 11, they'd say.
I think cell science, you have to be 16 and older.
I think it's 9 or older,
Okay.
just for the first page.
Okay.
But put them on Smarty Pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're liable to see that ADHD improve a lot. Smarty Pants for the age of your child. It's a great vitamin. I don't own any of it. I didn't design it. It's just a good multivitamin for kids. It's methylated. Treats their methylation problem. If you need more, maybe get our what do I take?
Endure.
No, I take
The tiny bites.
Tiny Bites.
Yeah. Well, one thing I would recommend is hold tight for our new updated MTHFR formula that's coming.
Oh yeah, thank
Most
you,
everything
yeah.
you just listed will be.
Yeah,
in
we'll
that.
be in that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And more.
So, yep, and much more. It's we fully fleshed it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you're pregnant or really have bad methylation problems, even if you're a kid, you might need more than just the Smarty Pants or the prenatal. If they're still tired and pregnant, they're like, I do feel better on this prenatal pro or the, and you can email us. We'll give you the how to get the prenatal pro from Designs for Health, or however you want to reach out to us, but we'll send you the link. Yeah, you need extra methylation support, like maybe 2 or 3 Endure, whatever we're going to replace that with, which we've already designed, by the way. Yeah. So,
I think
Any
we
other-
can start wrapping up, actually.
okay, wow, I answered all the questions.
There's still more kind of trickling in, but
Did I like it?
it's almost 8, so.
Let's announce the winner.
Yeah.
Can I announce it?
Da-da-da-da.
You have the form.
Oh, yeah.
Her name was Ashley. and
Ashley
she has
Hill.
2 kids. You can't say her last name.
Whoops. I didn't say anything.
Ashley from Hillsburg.
Yep.
Where's I don't know where Hillsburg is. Anyway, yeah. So Ashley, email us or Brecken will email
No,
you.
yeah. I'm going to email you, and we can get you all set
because
up.
there are probably 12 Ashleys who entered this.
There were so many people who entered this, and thank you guys so much for participating. And like I said, I'm going to send an email out to every single person with a special discount that if they want, they can still get CMA testing at a really discounted rate.
Yeah,
just 'cause
above what anyone else.
we
is
had
gonna
so
get.
many, and we have to give you guys something because it was just there were so
Yeah.
many stories.
And I'd get on our email list.
Yeah.
We're not going to put you on it unless you okay it. But if you want to be on our email list for more prizes, big discounts, whatever, get on our email
Mm-hmm.
list or new announcement, new products.
Yep.
That's helpful. So we don't spam. I don't know. Sending 12 emails a day, is that spamming? No, it's not. Okay. I'm teasing. Sending 12 a year, that's not spamming.
No, we love sending the text message marketing.
Oh,
No, I'm just
hundreds.
kidding.
I don't
No,
think we
no,
do
no,
that
it's
at
the
all.
worst. Never done it. That's
Really?
the
Yeah, I get Some of those I get 3 a day.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's the worst. Yeah.
Wow, it's
Hey,
horrible.
one other thing I'll say is to make sure to follow you, Dan Purser, MD, everywhere.
On Facebook, on TikTok.
Instagram.
Can you follow me on TikTok?
Yeah, yep.
What is TikTok?
You're talking to them right now.
Oh, hi.
Oh, no. The boomer.
Hey, I'm 64. I don't know what TikTok is. I'm clueless.
You do a great job on there.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
apparently. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, YouTube. I'm on Twitter. Don't follow me there. I don't ever say anything. My original Twitter account got hacked, and it's never been given back. Just they have it, and it's just sitting there. Dan Purser MD or whatever. So it's just weird. Just stole my account.
Yeah.
Never gave it back.
Check you out on YouTube and Pinterest. Even you're everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, am I on Pinterest now?
You still have your Pinterest, yeah?
Oh, I have my Pinterest account.
Yeah.
All my Disney photos and all that I took. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're cool. Yeah, I don't know if you want to see those, but yeah. Okay, good. Thank you for watching. I love you all. God bless. I always say this: go in good health, stay safe, and check with us. I'll be unpackaging that Joe Rogan interview with what's the guy's name?
Gary Brecka from 10 Times Health System.
Gary Brecka from 10 Times Health System. He did a really good job, but there's a few things I'm going to differ with on him. So I'll dig into it this week.